Wendy's, don't test me. I'll put you in the death squeeze, just like an orange in the summer.
Day in and day out, I'm roping and running through these streets, not chasing anyone, just chasing that paper. In my hood, it's about the almighty dollar. If you don't have none, you don't get none, and my little brothers and sisters gotta eat. I'm the oldest of 7 and my mother is everywhere but where she needs to be. She got stuck on that rock just before my old man left us 2 years ago, so I've been on the block for a minute. I had to learn the difference between dry and wet weight, how to turn 6 into 8, and the best way to duck the constables since I haven't been to school in 2 years. I learned all of that and more before I learned how to shave. I want to share with you my innermost feelings, the part of me that I can't show to the world because let's be honest, a weak black man is a dead man according to the streets, and since the law doesn't care about us, we gotta make do. I'm Jonathan Free, but everyone calls me Free Boy. I'm a 15-year-old boy according to age, but a man according to the streets, legal system, and the responsibilities that has been bestowed upon me. I've been forced into manhood way too early, with little experience or guidance. Inside, I just want to play football, go to school, and have a girlfriend. You know, do all the things kids at my age do. Instead, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm standing in this crack house waiting for these people to regain consciousness, or a new victim to come through the doors looking to get their next fix. It didn't take long before Miss Pearlie, another neighborhood addict, to come through the door. One thing about Miss Pearlie, she always has cash, no change. Never tried to sell me used underwear, light bulbs or batteries, and she never offered me sexual gratification for her habit. She always comes correct, well-dressed, and smelling nice. Good morning, Miss Pearlie. What can I get for you today? Hey, Free Boy. I want $600 worth of the White Lady, Miss Pearlie said, handing me a bundle of crispy $100 bills. Miss Pearlie, I have 3 8-balls. I normally sell them for $300 a pop, but you never give me any hassle, so I'll charge you $200 for each. Is that okay? I like that, thank you. I handed Miss Pearlie the 3 8-balls of cocaine and slipped her a fat bag of weed for the road. She looked at me with a smile and told me she'll be by my house later on today to bring my family and I a home-cooked meal. I thanked her, gave her a big hug, and told her how much I appreciate her for being so nice to us. She told me that she knows what she's doing is wrong, but she needs a way to get through the days since the 2nd Street gang murdered her sons and husband. I told her that I'll never judge her because she never judged me. Miss Pearlie patted my face and headed out, closing the door behind her. I went back to my spot and posted up to wait for the next person. Out of nowhere, I started to cry and weep so bad and loud that I can hear the reverberation of my cries bouncing through the hollow walls and souls that fill this place. I would give anything for a piece of peace, and just when I started wiping my face from the tears of my struggle, there was a loud bang. I turned to see what was going on, and ended up face to face with a police officer's Glock. Staring down the barrel of his gun, it took everything in me not to force him to pull that trigger, so I can end this cycle of being a problem within my own community, where my sisters and brothers play. The only part about this raid that doesn't bother me is that I don't have anything on me, never been caught up like this, and they all know my mother is an addict. Free Boy, what are you doing in here at this hour? Trying to find my mother, Officer Roland. I haven't seen her in weeks and I'm worried. Listen, kid, I wish I could help you, but I know you're not telling me the truth about looking for your mother. See, one of the boys you roll with gave us your name. You're a good kid, but as long as you're selling drugs, you'll never amount to anything. Selling drugs. I don't sell anything but the socks I get from the farmer's market. We've never had a run-in like this, but now since you guys arrested someone else, and they gave my name, you're coming for me? I thought we were better than that. You're going to make this hard on yourself. If you tell me the truth, I can let you go home after we get your statement. I have nothing else to say without a lawyer present. Dying in a crack house is not how I want to be remembered. So, I put my hands up, turned slowly so he could handcuff me. I didn't want him to think I was going to do anything, so I lowered myself down to my knees, then onto my stomach. I ended up in a prostrate position with my arms and legs spread eagle. I could feel the coldness of his handcuff as he puts them on with so much aggression. I wanted to tell him how sorry I was, but if I admit to anything, I'll more than likely do time. Then who will take care of my family? Officer Roland ripped me off of the floor like a rag doll, threw me against the wall, and got so close that I could feel his belt buckle in my back. You're going to end up just like your mother and father, junkies. As soon as we lock you up, I'm going to call child services to go get your siblings. At least this way, they can live with people that won't raise them to be a loser like you. I gritted my teeth and forced myself to settle my anger, I know one false move can cost me my life, but I also know he's right. I am a loser. Officer Roland is a cool guy and he's just doing his job, but let's be real. If you weak, you beat. And most officers these days are willing to put one in anyone my color. One thing I can't do is go into juvenile hall looking like I was crying. I'll end up fighting on the daily. More crime is more time that I don't have to offer. Officer Roland guided me outside and my heart dropped. My mother was standing there looking at me from across the street and beside her was Miss Pearlie. Mom, I need you to go home and take care of the kids. I'll be home to help you soon. Please go home at least until I get out. Mom, please. I yelled out over the chatter of officers and addicts that filled the street and sidewalk. She shook her head yes and started to walk in the direction of home and Miss Pearlie looked as if she was following her. I can only hope that she'll do right by us, even if it's until I get home. I don't want to lose my family. I've worked too hard for us to survive.